Hey, what are you doing?
It would be rude to serve this to our family.
The next moment, my mother-in-law flew over the platter of food, spilling it all over the floor.
Hey,
You expect anyone to eat food? Like, hurry up and make it again.
unbelievable.
But my mother-in-law had made one big mistake. My name is Claire, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. Right now, the four of us live together, husband Zach, my daughter Karen, and me. I am a 28-year-old female, married with two children, a boy aged 4 and a girl aged 1, and my mother-in-law lives with us. It's only been 2 years since I moved in with my mother-in-law, but I feel like I'm reaching my breaking point due to my mother-in-law constantly at me.
Hey, Claire, why isn't the food ready yet?
Sorry, work ran a little late.
How can you possibly put work before family? If it's that kind of job, you should just quit.
What? No, I can't do something that is irresponsible.
Oh, just shut up. If you're just gonna let your housework pile up, it will be overwhelming. You should not work.
No matter what you say, at this stage of my daughter's life, there will be many expenses. So I can't just quit.
My daughter is currently 14 in 8th grade. She's going to prepare for high entrance exams, editing, and doing club activities and going to training camps. And she's going to need money for new equipment, tuition for high school and college free. As I prepare for all those exams, I need to make sure that I have a good study plan in place. I've got to save up for retirement, so I have to work a part-time job. So, despite all that, she's still saying I should quit? Or is she just trying to bully me? My mother-in-law raised 2 sons, so she should know how much it costs to bring up children. And she's the one who wanted, let us all live together in the first place. My father-in-law passed away 2 years ago. She begged my husband to live with saying how lonely she was by herself, and he asked. To be honest, I never wanted to live her, but my husband said, I just feel so sorry for my mom. And I reluctantly agreed to live with my mother-in-law. That is why we live with her. She should understand that. So why does she keep hounding me? And it's not just that she complains me. She does a lot of other annoying things.
Hey Mom, did you eat my cream puff? But it's gone. Excuse me, Granny. Did you eat my cream puff?
Cream puffs. I didn't eat any cream. I don't even like sweets that are filled with cream.
So, who do you think ate it?
I don't know. Clearly, either you or Claire is lying.
I'm not lying. I'm the one who didn't get to eat here.
You could be trying to get another one by saying that, couldn't you?
I wouldn't do anything that sneaky.
Sure, I won't.
Hey, stop that. You don't have any proof that you didn't eat it.
Are you accusing me? You're the absolute worst wife and a terrible mother.
Saying this, she angrily made her way to the bathroom. My daughter and I just looked at each other in dismay. The next day, I was cleaning the house after my mother-in-law went out with a friend. And when I went into her room to clean up, I found a cream puff wrapper in her wastebasket. This, of course, pissed me off. After all the horrible things me and my daughter, it turned out that she had actually eaten. I immediately let my daughter know. She was beyond angry and disgusted. She said she wouldn't spend any more money on it. Then she absolutely had to with her. I wish I could do the same, but I'm right in the middle of it. My husband travels a lot for work, but he's always home on weekends. Home often. So inevitably, I'm the one who has to deal with her.
Brenda, you were so horrible to us, even though you were the one who ate the cream puff. The one who ate the cream puff.
I said, here's the receipt. And I showed her the wrapper. As soon as I did, she snapped.
I didn't do anything about that. You or Karen must have put it in my wastebasket. Not only did you just waltz into you framed me for something I didn't do, bitch.
That is what she says. But I'm so tired of dealing with her that I just let it go. She continued to complain about a bunch of things. I started thinking of her as a friend. I stopped worrying about it. She seemed to realize that I was letting things go, and her complaining seemed to stress more than me. If she dislikes me so much, shouldn't she just dissolve this liaison? While shows such contempt for me, as even. And she keeps berating me. She fawns over him. My brother-in-law's wife, Zara. From what I've heard, she went to the high school as my mother-in-law. And what's more, she graduated from a famous, prestigious university. She's so beautiful. She even did some modeling. And because of all that, even just for a walk with her, we get approached by a lot of people. My mother-in-law seems very proud of her son. As I see it, she's not her blood daughter. There's no need to compliment your mother-in-law on her cooking. So why should she be so proud? I can't help but wonder if it's because assistive, her own son was able to reel in such a big fish. She must be really amazing to have birthed to him, and that was her reason for bragging. One day, when my brother-in-law was visiting,
Zara, welcome. Please, come on in. You've come from so far away. I bought some fine confectionaries for you.
"Thank you so much, Brenda. These are my favorite."
I'm so glad you like them. Please, help yourself to some more. Hey, Claire, hurry up and make the...
All right.
That's how my mother-in-law treats me. She even asked me to buy those confectionaries for her.
That's right. You should join us up too.
Oh, would that be all right with you? Thank you so much.
In saying that, my mother-in-law decided to come visit us, even though I would be the one cook. So I made 6 portions for my broth and his wife, my husband, my mother-in-law, my daughter, and me. Zara kindly offered to help, but when she arrived at the house, she found that the situation was much worse than she had anticipated. She did so well in her exams that she was awarded a scholarship to study at Oxford University. My mother-in-law stopped her, saying,
Zara, you're a guest. You don't, hey, that, come chat with me.
So, in the end, I made everything which was completely exhausting. I couldn't take it anymore, so I told my husband about it. Until this point, I hadn't wanted to husband with it, was patient. But I can't do this forever and need to find a way to make it work. There's no sign that the berating will end. If this situation continues, it will be a major problem for the company. I wouldn't be able to bear it. So, with all that in mind, I told my everything that had happened. He was surprised. And he was a little mad that all this happened, and I had not come to him earlier. But he apologized for not noticing. Right after that, he went to my mom and gave her a warning. But I think it had the complete opposite effect.
Seems like you've said something strange to my son. I'm berating you. You can't be serious. It's Karen's fault. She and I aren't close. Truly, you are the worst wife and daughter.
If that's not berating, what is it? I couldn't help wondering, but it's 6. Common sense doesn't apply to my mother-in-law. Meanwhile, the day of our annual memorial service was approaching. My mother-in-law and I were in a poet mood. and our conversations were dwindling. Out of nowhere, she started to speak.
After the memorial service, some relatives are invited to come over and eat. I need you to handle making all the...
What? We're not doing delivery?
No, you can't. I won't allow it. They'll even think I'm slacking off. You'll have to make a proper home meal. I mean it.
After saying this, my mother-in-law went to her room. Obviously, it's a lot of work to prepare a meal for all our relatives. I can't do it by myself. I asked my brother-in-law's wife for a recipe. I asked if she could help prepare the food, and she was happy to oblige. I thought that if we split the work, we could make it just barely manageable. On the morning of my father-in-law's service, I woke up feeling a bit nervous. I was in the kitchen arranging ingredients.
When my mother-in-law said, well, I have some errands to run, so I'm heading out.
What? You're leaving now?
Can't do anything about it. I have errands. So take care of the cooking for me. You...
With that, she left the house. She probably thought I was gonna, can you please help me with this? So, anticipating this, she left and let me do the cooking by myself. But it was better for me that she was there. Just then, as if to replace my mother's voice, I heard a loud bang. My mother-in-law's wife came in.
Claire, let's do this thing.
Zara said cheerfully, standing red kitchen. I thought she was a perfect person and good-natured, and she deftly set to cooking. In no time at all, everything was ready. We just had to put the finishing touches on the dish. My mother-in-law returned just before the memorial service started.
Oh my goodness, Zara. You are here. Claire, did you make sure the food was ready?
Her attitude changed depending on the situation. I talked to my husband about it, and he warned her about this. She has been blatantly showing me how much she hates me. But this was a memorial service, so relatives were coming over. When they got here, I could get away. It will be like a tiny break, and I may be at rest. When it happened.
Hey Claire, what is this?
What?
I looked in the direction of her veau.
You are serving this to my relatives? You should have prepared something proper.
Saying that, she picked up a platter. I had a bad feeling about this.
It would be rude too. This is a great recipe that we can serve to our family.
The next moment, my mother-in-law flew over the table. Platter of food spilled on the floor. I screamed without thinking.
Hurry up and make it again.
Unbelievable. Is this person really even human?
Can't even believe it. I shouldn't have asked you to do this.
She was grinning as she cursed. No matter how delicious I made it, I'm sure she was always going to done on the floor. But she had made one big mistake.
I didn't make that food.
What?
Then Zara heard me yelling. What's going on here? He asked, coming into the kitchen and shouting.
Oh my God, my dish is ruined.
What is the difference between a web designer and a web developer?
Her eyes went huge.
Zapara made this dish. I thought Claire was supposed to take care of everything today.
I couldn't cook everything for all our relatives myself, could I? So I asked Zara for help, and we worked together to make it. You deliberately knocked the dish or floor. That dish was made by Zara.
Zara's eye widened at my comment.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did you really knock it over on purpose? That's awful. Why would you do something so mean?
Oh, no. It's just, I thought Claire had made it.
If Claire made it, would you turn down?
Zach, even Zach was here.
I think my husband was here too. My brother-in-law noticed that the common cold has come over here too.
I gave you a huge warning. You're still picking on my wife after I warned you like that?
Scott, Mom, what's going on? You've been bullying Claire. That's disgusting.
No, 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 you've misunderstood.
You thought I made the food and you spilled it all over the floor.
Scott, what does it mean to be a mom?
My brother-in-law heard the story from my mother-in-law.
Hey, wait a minute. That's just another misunderstanding. It just slipped out of my hands. I would never do such a thing on purpose.
She was trying to talk her way out, but then my daughter came over.
I have video proof that Granny did it on purpose.
She then played back the video on her. There I saw my mother-in-law yelling and lifting a platter and dropping it on the floor. It was recorded perfectly.
When did you record this?
When Granny called you over, I had a bad feeling.
Mom, you can't talk your way out one.
My brother-in-law, his wife, and I stared at my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's face turned pale. She hung her head.
When the party is over, we're going to leave. After that, you can live on your own.
Oh, I see. You're going to abandon me?
You reap what you sow.
Zara, if you like, you can leave with me.
Absolutely not. I don't want to live with someone who is always on the ground and berates someone's wife. Regardless, I wouldn't let you. I won't allow you and Zara to be alone during the day.
No.
You're going to have to clean up the mess you left on the floor. We're going to start the memorial service.
With that, we left my mother-in-law to go to the memorial service. When relatives asked why my mother wasn't there, my daughter showed me the video, and I was shocked. Then they despised her. When my mother-in-law arrived late, everyone looked at her with cold eyes. I think she realized what was happening when no one spoke to her. When the memorial service ended, she didn't come home. We ordered food to be delivered in to the leftover food. We managed to prepare enough food for relatives. Since my mother-in-law was not there, the atmosphere was very pleasant as we finished eating. The next day, my mother-in-law came, got down on her knees and apologized, and asked us to give her another chance to live with us. But there was no way we would give her that chance. In the 2 years since I started living with her, I had no memories of her ever being kind to me. I don't know how anyone could go that, being so horrible to someone else. It's not easy to change one's mind. My husband and daughter agreed. We ignored my mother-in-law's pleas, bags, and moved out. My brother-in-law and his wife have cut off all contact with my mother, so that she can't even get in touch with them. We followed their example and blocked my mother-in-law on everything. Because of this incident, my mother, she is no longer invited to any of our relatives' gatherings. I don't know what my mother-in-law is up to now. I'm sure she's living alone and lone, but it's all her own fault. We are living very comfortably in our home. When I talked to my husband about it, he never doubted me. I was glad he took my side right away. I know that with him, we will get through whatever comes our way. I will continue to watch over your daughter's growth. Together with my husband, we will be building a new home in the country. A happy and joyful home is one where there is love, respect, understanding, cooperation, and trust. It's a place where family members feel safe, secure, and supported. It's a place where everyone feels valued and appreciated for who they are. It's disgusting to intentionally smear all over the floor. I think it's normal for people like be despised and isolated. Why was the mother-in-law such a moron when her 2 sons seemed so normal? Well, in the end, everyone left her once, and it felt good to see her pain. I hope Claire will have a happy life, wonderful husband, and smart daughter. Thank you for watching to the end. Please subscribe to our channel. I hope to see you in the next video.